love me, I'm now complete. Oh, what joyous struggle. You said someone to comfort me. The way you love me, I'm now complete. Oh, what joyous struggle. And I can do one minute without you. And I can do a minute without you. Can do a minute without you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are Martina. We are Martina. We are Martina. Oh yeah.
I can't deny it. I can't describe the feeling. Where the kind? I'll be back. This love is the light. Oh, hey. Adoka wine no benya. Miss I can feel. Adoka wine no benya. Miss I can feel. This love is the light. Oh, hey. Long one thing.
Without you. Can you a minute without you? Can you a minute without you? Oh yeah. William Martinina. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because I want to hey. Come on, everybody, sing. You are my everything. Oh, you are my everything.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Africa on Focus. This is actually rather a more informal setting than you would probably know, as the season will start officially next week. This is kind of an impromptu broadcast because it's such an important topic that we're going to talk about today. But first things first, welcome to Africa on Focus here on High Radio, the voice of the next generation. And the emphasis is on next because that is one of the topics that we're going to talk about. High Radio is one of Amsterdam's most dynamic radio station, online radio station, coming to you from the city of Amsterdam. And we are responsible for highlighting African culture, entertainment, and lifestyle all over the world. So we're saying greetings to everybody in Amsterdam, in the UK, in Canada, and so on and so forth. We have been on a slight break. It was a summer break, but me and Donnie are going to be back in the studio with a line of special guests to talk about what's going on in our world. All right. Well, Africa on Focus is kind of in this setting, and that is because there is a really important topic that we have to talk about actually today. And I received a particular announcement that had to do with parenting. Let's talk parenting. A particular topic that is now being pushed by phenomenal, strong Ghanaian women, and they're doing it so much that I said, you know what, let's just create the time for it to go on live and to talk about this. And then throughout, we will be sharing this and inviting as much people to come and be on board as we're going to talk about Let's Parenting. It's just 1 minute past 8, and we're going to take the next few minutes to talk to these ladies about Let's Talk Parenting. But before we get things started, Nan, it's been quite quiet, on High Radio. I know people are listening from the studio on the other platforms. But if you have bumped into us on socials, don't forget to repost. Especially on Facebook, I know that these days we do get messages and people say, "Oh, we don't get a notification anymore when you guys get on." It has to do with some, is it copyright things? Some older videos that had been played on High Radio were playing some popular songs. And they do not joke these days. I think even if you sing a popular song on Facebook, they will come to you with a warning saying, you know what, you do not own this song. So that is something that we've been having. But we are live on YouTube. If you do happen to catch us there, do share as much as you can, because we're about to get on. All right. So today, as we're about to start, I think it's a good topic since the summer break is almost over, or at least in the Netherlands, for a lot of people, parents, young parents, just to be parents, or let's say those that are going to school. The September is going to start this Thursday. Last week is where the school has been starting, and one of the most important topic that have been generating or flying around, the Ghanaian community a lot is Let's Talk Parenting. And we have here two ladies from Stichting Spe that are with us that are going to talk to us about Let's Talk Parenting and all of the topics that are around it. I think it's a really, really good moment to talk about parenting since since this is really the season that school is starting. And, within our community, as some say that we have our issues, I think it's a good moment to talk about what are these issues and how could we really tackle them and address them. So without further ado, I'll have the ladies behind that will be on. We've taken so much of the time due to technical difficulties, so we hope they forgive us. Please do, and we're going to invite Emma Freeman and Obaya also to come on board. Let's do this. All right. Hello, Emma. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am good. I am good. Our apologies for the hiccup. There was something with the link and setting up all of this that went wrong from production. So thanks for being patient with us.
That's okay.
How was your Sunday?
My Sunday was rather busy because we're busy with preparations for the school year.
Mm-hmm.
Stichting Spe tries to help our kids, improve their performances in school.
Yeah.
So we're busy with all the performances as tomorrow is our first day and it's first day of school as well in most cities.
Yeah. Yeah. Exciting. Do you feel the busyness or kind of like the hectic period? How does it feel even being in this new
Ooh.
season?
Well, let's say the first month of school is always very hectic because not only are you trying to find the right way to, motivate your kids, but you're also trying to cope with getting back into routine. So it's kind of
Yeah.
hectic, but within a month we know it's going to slow down a little bit. So
Right, yeah. It's just you just have to get into it probably, and I know your mom yourself. I know. I always look at mommies, super moms, you happen to manage it and just, put things in order just like that.
yes, yes, yes. We just have to get it done because our kids are looking up to us. So whatever we do, is
Right.
projected on them. So we just have to get it done.
Yes, got that. I know you're with your colleague, or should I say, is Obaya, who is also in the background. I just have to make sure that her camera gets on so that I can pull her on. Oh, there she is. I can do that. Okay. Hello, Obaya. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. 19 Consultancy. I think that's the better uh, name to give you. How has been your Sunday?
Relaxing. Have been cleaning
Relaxing.
home. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, good to have you on as usual. Thank you so much for your patience and being here to talk with us.
Yeah.
Well, as we get things started, let's talk parenting. Let's talk about it. Let's start. Where do we even start? You two have something coming up on the 1st of September, and it headlines Let's Talk Parenting. What is it about? Could you share with us a bit about that?
I'll let Obaya start up.
I really want to, but like my English is not that good, so
No
I would.
problem. No
Um,
problem. Go ahead in Dutch. I'll just summarize it English. We
yeah,
I've
I'm
so
not.
many guests that we do that so many times. Just go ahead. It's supposed to be an engaging conversation, so feel free. Right.
Oké, nou, ik ga het in het Nederlands doen.
Mhm.
Het gaat over ouderbetrokkenheid, het vergroten van ouderbetrokkenheid, voornamelijk in de Afrikaanse gemeenschap. We beginnen dus met een pilot aankomende donderdag in samenwerking met Stichting Spe en het Stadsdeel Zuidoost. Ja, we gaan bepaalde topics behandelen die wij denken dat erg van belang zijn voor de ouders om bewust van te zijn. En we gaan ook echt kijken naar waar de ouders tegenaan lopen, wat de obstakels zijn, ja, waar ze ondersteuning bij nodig hebben, waar ze behoefte aan hebben. En we gaan ook echt kijken naar ja, hoe we daar ondersteuning en oplossingen voor die behoeftes en problemen kunnen gaan vinden.
Yeah. So just to summarize what you said, Let's Talk Parenting is actually something that is going to take place on the 1st of September.
Yeah.
And it's really set up to address particular problems within the Ghanaian community in terms of parenting. And it's most of like an open dialogue or let's say an open conversation where you address some of these problems, I would
Ja,
say.
als we het
Right.
problemen kunnen noemen. Het kunnen
Yeah.
ook gewoon waar ze gewoon tegenaan lopen, obstakels.
Got
Ik ben
you.
gewoon benieuwd.
If I may add, parental participation in school is very important. And there was research done in Amsterdam, and it was quite unfortunate to find that West African parents are least involved with their children's education, at least visibly. Of course, we know our parents are all involved in their own way.
Right.
But it's very important to show that involvement also at school and sports. So this project is to help improve the parental participation amongst West Africans.
Mhm. Right. So just to wonder, because you highlighted Obaya, you said betrokkenheid, which is mainly says the involvement of parents, and also some of the problems. How do you deal with one side? You have the research, just like you said, Emma. They see it as problems, but you have our community that might not necessarily see it as problems. How do you go about this?
If I may answer, Obaya, the problem is that we come from a different culture where, educators are rather giving a great responsibility to take care of our kids, and we trust that everything is well, when our children go to school. However, when we're dealing with another culture, like in this case, the Dutch culture, it's also important to see how you as a parent can be involved and actually show your visibility at school, be it participating in field trips or even asking how your child's education is really going. But something as simple as just a parent-teacher meeting, like the 10 minutes meetings, 10 minuten gesprekken. Most of our parents don't show up for those, and we're just trying to find out, what the challenges are that makes this a challenge for them. Like, why is it that they cannot attend a parent-teachers meeting, or why is it that they're not participating in their children's sports? Because it's not only important for the school to see that they're involved, it's also important for the children to see that their parents are also involved. It gives a certain motivation to know your parents are aware of whatever is going on in school. An example is if there is a situation at school and your parents are going to be notified, how does a child react? So that's just, we believe that's just going to help improve, be it results, be it social skills, if parents are more involved and aware of what is going on in education.
Right. That's pretty interesting. And could you share a bit more about the Stichting Spe?
So Let's Talk Parenting is a collaboration between 19 Consultancy and Stichting Spe. Stichting Spe is a foundation located in Holendrecht, and we specialize in extra lessons, be it bijles, or we help students with their homework. But we also help students with social skills, communication, like how do I make my CV, how do I go into job interviews, and
Right.
give them enough equipment to be able to survive in the Dutch society and job market.
Right.
So, Stichting Spe, our mission is to make sure that our kids, West African kids, don't make the same mistakes that we made growing up. You know, even though we're fully integrated and we
Yeah.
speak the language, we're kind of timid sometimes. You know, we have to know how to present ourselves. We have to know how to communicate well, and luckily for us, we are a team of all, you know, we all went through the same challenges as children, African children growing up in the Dutch community. So we're trying to make sure that our kids coming up now do not go through the same challenges.
Yeah. Right. So I'll just be switching to Dutch here and there, just to balance it out. Um, Obaya, jij had het bijvoorbeeld over de betrokkenheid van ouders en dergelijke.
Mhm.
En ja, vooral met jongeren is er een bepaalde leeftijdscategorie waar dit voornamelijk de problemen zich voornamelijk afspelen. En ja, moeten mensen bijvoorbeeld, ouders die bijvoorbeeld wel Nederlands kunnen rekening mee houden, wie moet zich aangesproken voelen hiervoor?
Ik denk dat het wel interessant is voor iedere ouder. Dus er zit geen leeftijd aan verbonden. Ehm, Omdat, ja, ik denk wel dat elke ouder tegen wat aanloopt of extra
Mhm.
ondersteuning nodig zou kunnen hebben op dit vlak. En vaak ook misschien het idee geen beeld heeft over wat er allemaal bij komt kijken als we het hebben over ouderbetrokkenheid. Vandaar dat we ook een paar thema's hebben aangekaart waarvan wij denken dat het ja, nodig is om te bespreken met ouders. Zodat ze in
Mhm.
ieder geval op de hoogte zijn van ja, ehm, waar ouderbetrokkenheid voor staat. Wat de gevolgen zijn, wat het zou kunnen brengen naar het kind. Ehm, en eigenlijk ook gewoon gelijk gaan kijken, oké, hoe kunnen we elkaar daarin ondersteunen? Waar kunnen we elkaar in vinden? Ik denk dat
Ja,
het voor iedere ouder ook verschilt. Dus ja, eigenlijk een soort community-achtige setting creëren, waarbij ouders zich vrij voelen om het gesprek aan te gaan. En wij als professionals, als stichting, als ondersteunende uh, ja, ja, organisaties onze bijdrage kunnen leveren om dat gewoon wat gemakkelijker te maken voor de ouders.
right. So, as people who've just joined in, welcome to Africa on Focus. We're having a talk with two phenomenal ladies based in Amsterdam, Ghanaian, and they have set and put together Let's Talk Parenting, which is a back to school edition meeting, and which takes place in Amsterdam Southeast on Thursday, September the 1st, 2022, starting from 5 to 8. And both of them, they represent a foundation called Stichting Spe, and also consultancy, 19 consultancy that is represented by Obaya, among other parties such as the municipality of Amsterdam Southeast, and also Scientia Potentia, if I say it the right way. Some
Stichting Spe.
oh,
Stichting
Stichting,
Spe.
oh, that's Stichting Spe. Oh,
Yeah,
got you. That's the
It means
foundation that
knowledge is power. That's what it
knowledge
means.
is power. All right. All right. So that is Stichting Spe. As I said it, they are the participating partners, and collectively they have put together this program that will take place at Egoli 9 this coming Thursday. In between, I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Kwame, who is, also a noted person in the community, taking on the role of teaching our children the things that we should have known growing up, or empowering them and preparing them for the future ahead. And also a shout out to Adam Turga, who's also saying, what all these queens. I think the emoji is something with queens that he's representing, who's also a dad, and of course, concerned about the development of his kid. So welcome here in African Focus. We're just having a conversation with these ladies to talk about why Let's Talk Parenting is so important. So ladies, just to go back to, research has been done there are particular problems. You pointed out, Emma, that some things like preparing your resume, being prepared for the working environment or the after grad period. What are some other problems that are really present in the Ghanaian community? I think that is something that deserves some attention.
Definitely. One of the main problems is that a lot of parents are not aware of the school system in the Netherlands. Be it in Ghana or the UK or the United States, you just go to primary school. After primary school, you go to secondary school. And then after secondary school, you go to university. Like just that's how it's done. And
Yeah.
yes, sometimes you do go to vocational school. But most parents find out, when their children are in group 8, that all of a sudden the child is not going straight to university after the secondary education, because why? They have to go to a vocational school. So then it becomes a puzzle on how the educational system, is in the Netherlands. So that's one of the biggest problems. And what we aim to do is to explain to parents that the different levels does not really explain the intelligence of a child. It just means that the development is different for each child. So just because your child gets maybe like a FMBO at fees or a half of what fees or a favor what fees, it doesn't mean that one child is more special than the other child. However, we also are aware of the fact that some of our children have a lower advice than that it's expected, and we want to try and find out what the problem is behind that. So there are multiple problems we're trying to tackle, but one of the most important things for us is for parents to be aware of the education system in the Netherlands and also accept what their child can do at this moment, and that it does not mean that a child is limited. It just means that the child has a different route towards whatever they try to aim at in their lives.
Right, right. And you both have experience with, let's say, our parental group, Ghanaians. Um, how do you think this meeting is going to be different from the usual? I know we've in the past, we've had several meetings, sometimes with parents. Not to say that they failed, because each has its own impact in its own way. But how does the program of this particular meeting intend to be maybe different or really effective?
I think it's an ongoing process. So even though there were previous meetings, we were not able to reach all the parents. And, like each year, new people come in and, children go to a different level in school. So now we're just trying to reach those parents primarily in primary school, basisschool,
Right.
and in secondary school as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, how would this be different? We want them to be involved. We want to know what they need to be more involved in school. We actually want to have a conversation with them and see how we can help.
Right.
For example, Stichting Spe, helps parents to attend this parent-teacher meeting if there is a language barrier or a lack of knowledge of the system. So we go with parents and we, participate in the meetings with them and ask crucial questions. We want to know what's going on. But what we
Right.
would want to ask parents or help parents do is not wait for a parent teacher meeting. If you know your child has challenges, you can also go to school and ask maybe for extra lessons, maybe for extra talk to see how you can help your child at home, to see how your child's performance is, how your child's participation in the classroom is. You don't have to wait for the school to contact you. You can also be proactive and contact the school to get
Yeah.
information about your school. And it's your full right. But too often we wait, in a reactive way, we wait for the school to contact us, or we wait until it's basically too late. When we find out that, oh my goodness, so my child is not going to maybe a FAVO or a half. Okay, so what is
Yeah.
FAMBO? Like, how come my child has to go to a beauty school? I don't want her to go to beauty school. And then
Yeah.
that's when, parents become involved. But we want them to become involved before all of this happens.
Yeah. So, what is like the age group that you're looking at in terms of the kind of parents and people that should come to this meeting?
Basically, anybody who has children up until about the age of 16,
Mhm.
because this is information that is crucial for parents with young kids. So even if your child is not in primary school yet, if you have a 3-year-old, it's good to be aware of what the child is going to be doing in school, and also be aware of how you can help your child improve whatever skills that they're lacking.
Yeah,
So if I'm not mistaken, Obaya, I think it's all parents right up until the age of 16,
Yeah.
because from that age, the child is usually capable of asking question, is aware of what direction the child wants to go in, and before that, the parents are more involved and more responsible for that.
yeah. Yeah, I love that. Well, in the meantime, shout out to Serafina Dixon, who's given a shout out and who's listening to from wherever that she is. Also, just to highlight, what we're talking about, if you just happen to see us on your timeline, I am speaking to Obaya and Emma Freeman on the topic of Let's Talk Parenting, which is actually an initial event taking place this Thursday, September 1st from 5 p.m. In Egoli in Amsterdam Southeast. There are foundations and partners involved that ensure that this happens, not just for any reason, but to really help to develop the development of our children, our nieces, our cousins, our younger ones, and also to create some sort of dialogues with parents. So this is a back to school edition, right? I think for a lot of people, it's the first week or second week that they're going back to school. So this really comes at its right time, and everybody should definitely be a part. And to talk about your pressing questions or anything that might may come or arise. So we're heading on to the last few minutes as we're talking to these fabulous ladies who have set it up and are pushing this onward. Just from curiosity, and I get this message from WhatsApp. Somebody's curious, what are your personal reasons for pushing this forth? Because some might maybe think that, both of you are moms, both of you probably have busy lives. Could you share with us your personal reasons for pushing forth this gathering?
Ja.
Obaya?
Zou ik beginnen?
Yeah, sure.
Ja, ik zelf ben, naast dat ik mijn eigen bedrijf heb, ben ik ook docent. Dus ik zie wat er speelt binnen de scholen. Ik ben zelf heel erg betrokken met de leerlingen met wie ik samenwerk. En ik heb gewoon gezien dat het echt een belangrijk thema is die wij binnen de gemeenschap moeten gaan behandelen. Dat puur omdat ja, ik denk dat dat onderschat wordt. En vooral als ik kijk naar de leerlingen met wie ik samenwerk, dat ze toch wel behoefte hebben aan, wat Emma ook al zei, wat meer aandacht vanuit huis en vanuit hun ouders, zodat ze zich gewoon wat zelfverzekerder voelen in hun loopbaan op school. Dus vandaar dat ik me ermee bezig hou.
Yeah. So just to summarize what Bios is sharing, that one of her personal reasons of pushing forth this gathering is because she herself is a teacher, and she knows on hand what kind of problems that young people face, and whether that be the support of finding a better job, or maybe connecting themselves to the next, what's it called, opleiding, the next study that they should do in their schooling. It's definitely something from the side of young people, the side of children, that is needed. So that's why she's really passionate about this. And for you, Emma.
For me, it's a personal reason. Of course, I'm a parent myself, but also I am one of those students who was limited when I was in primary school just because I was bilingual. And most people know me as a finance person. I used to be a banker. I worked at the bank for 17 years. But for the last 4 years, I've been working in education as a lecturer in economics and finance. And I'm also a career advisor or dean of academics. So I am very much aware of the challenges that our students, meet on their path to accomplish their wishes in life. And this is visible. I mean, nobody really likes to talk about it, but it's very visible that sometimes we are just limited because we are different, and we really want society to know that if we want a change, the change has to come from us.
Sure.
So if we want our educational system or the corporate environment to change, that's not really going to happen. But we have to change ourselves in order for us to fit in the society well. So one of my reasons is because I went through it myself, and I know the importance of being aware, having the right information, and also knowing how to fit in. And that being yourself, being an African, being your authentic self is enough, and how to show that authentic self without losing it. I just think
Yeah.
that's very, very important.
Yeah. Very important, especially in this society that we are in. Being, let's say, from Ghanaian descent or whatever, maybe people call them migrants or whatever name they would label us. It's most definitely very important to have people like yourself on board. Very inspiring also to see both of you taking the time out to, really shed light on particular topics that really arise when it comes to parenting. Well, we're almost rounding up our talk with Emma and Obaya. I know you as Obaya. I don't know if it's Medicine Amankwa, which is the official
No,
the name. My
it was
apologies.
just Facebook.
All right. If you have some last question for these ladies, please do share with us so that we can ask it, so that they, of course, can be on their way because this is quite of a Sunday evening. All right. So before we round up, ladies, could you share what can people expect from the program when they are there at 5, or maybe are a bit late because they might come from work or something like that? What can they expect? How does the program look like? I know there is some free food and snacks. I know that always makes up for a gathering to have something to chop on. But what can people expect? From 5 to 8. What are the details of the program?
First of all, we are going to explain the Dutch education system in depth to make sure that parents understand the route, different levels lead to.
Hmm.
Secondly, we would like to have a dialogue with all parents to find out the challenges that they've been facing so far, and maybe discuss why they are less involved or not involved at all with their child's education. Or maybe they are involved, but maybe have obstacles that they're running into. And after we have the various input from the parents, then we would like to sit on together with them and try to help them solve these problems. I think the project is actually going to continue in a way that we're going to select, I think, about 10 parents, and then
Right.
really give them one-on-one guidance on how to help their child in education or in the extracurricular activities. So it's an ongoing process. This is just the back to school introductory, and
Right.
we actually really want to help them for a long period of time to make sure that they have a full understanding of the education system and the society their child is growing up in.
Yeah. I love that. So we could pretty much look forward to more additions probably in the future, right?
Definitely, definitely.
Okay. All right. Um, Obaya, do you have anything to add? In Dutch, doesn't matter.
I think Mrs. Freeman said it all.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm very pleased and happy to work with her because ze kan alles heel goed uitleggen. Dus ze heeft het al gezegd.
Right. Right.
Thanks.
Oh well, thanks so much, both of you ladies, for being on this last minute interview, and also being patient with us. We of course will be looking forward to more. Do keep us updated. We're definitely gonna have make the time for you, and hopefully next time at the studio to have you on and talk about some of the particular topics, maybe one by one. Also maybe an engaging moment to talk to parents.
Mhm.
I know with our parents become more engaging when we start speaking in tree, or all of that. Then all of a sudden they have so much to say. So and I think that should be some effort that we should be willing to take and to hear them and to listen to them. So thanks so much for your work, continued work for our young people, and we'll be looking forward to so much more. Thanks so much for your time, and also looking forward to the event this Thursday.
Thank
Yes,
you. And
thank you
also
for
thank you
having
for having us and for making this possible in such a short notice. We really
Most
appreciate it.
welcome. Most welcome. It was my absolute pleasure. All right. Thank you and have a good Sunday.
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
bye. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you could see, it was an impromptu conversation with two phenomenal women that are putting this together for our community, which I think is so important. We're really looking forward to be back at the studio and to invite so many other people. Which some of the topics will also be, development, career development, and business development, and all of those things. So we're really excited to be receiving a line of guest Africans that could help us move our way onward. Well, it's almost actually just past 8:30, and this is Africa Unfocused with myself, Miss Abba. Next week we will be back with Donnie Edison, and we'll be talking about what's going on in our world and with Africa. And we will also be welcoming some special guests. Um, We'll be welcoming one in politics. That one is confirmed. We also have one other lady who represents actually Kenya, who is a business consultant. So that would be more on career building and things like that. And we will also be looking at topics like mental health and those type of thing, and also talent mobility. For those of you who are living in Amsterdam, which are the ways you could, make yourself visible for career opportunities. We will also be tapping into that, and we'll be looking into so much more that aligns with all that make Black people African excellent. So looking forward to all of that this coming month. It's going to be a busy month. Geez, September is not playing at all. But above all, my wishes for you is that you stay safe, stay healthy, and also stay engaging with us. Myself, you can follow on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm really, really making the effort to engage more on Twitter. So I know for African people that are based on the African continent, y'all love Twitter a lot. So I will definitely be on there. And next week, same place and time, in case you have missed any of our episodes. Make sure that you stream the podcast, available on all streaming platforms, your Apple, Spotify, which are the places like Google Podcasts. We are all there as well. Wishing you so much blessings and so much love. I think we're rounding up with a good song to lift up your spirits a little bit, and help you onward to this Monday. I'm enjoying some days off, so I'm really, really enjoying what's it called, the Monday that is about to start. Well, in the meantime, no long talking again. Again, meet us next week, same place, same time. You just enjoy a song like this and take care of yourself and everybody around you.
Nobody. Where I never papaya. Papaya. When I want nobody. Songs, He lives in me. He lives in you. Somebody do, then you do, you go feed do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get up, get up, get up, get up, come on now. Oh, yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, come on now. Oh, yeah. Get up, get up, get up, get up, come on now. Free set, Coco said she want to hold you. Ignite your fire, back up your light, keep up the fire, arise and shine. Cause I know it's gonna be a brighter day. And I know, so one day we could be okay at the end of the tunnel light. There's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel light. It's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel light for the world. It's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel light.
Satellite. Oh boy. Baba God, I did call you. I just want to hear from you. See me, I wanna be a billionaire. Baba God, I did call you. Say me super, me so. See me, I want to be a billionaire. Ignite your fire, spark up the lights, keep up the fire, arise and shine. Cause I know it's gonna be a brighter day. And I know, so one day we could be okay at the end of the tunnel light. It's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel light. It's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel light. Sunlight, whoa, whoa.
Make you never ever
Get up, get up, get up, get up, come on now. Oh, yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, come on now. Oh, yeah.